I'm going to be illustrating with this paper how to make our smoking sleeve. Okay, so how do you get the smoked parts of the sleeve? I'm going to be illustrating with this paper. So you can actually do this I'm doing on this paper directly on your fabric. Okay, so I get my ruler, I have my tape, so I can choose to measure 3 inches. Okay, so I choose to measure 3 inches. So it depends on you. You determine how spacious you want your smoked area to be, the distance between each smoked area and the next smoked area. Okay, so I want to be using a 3 by 3. You can choose to use a 2 by 2, a 4 by 4, a 3 by 4, a 4 by 3, a 4 by 5, depending on you. What do I mean? So I measured 3 inches here. Okay, you can do this directly on the fabric you are using, but for this tutorial purpose is the reason why I'm doing this illustration. So I measure 3 inches there. I'll come down here and measure another 3 inches, then I'll connect it. I'll connect it, okay, with this line. So I can choose to be measuring 3 inches like that, you know, till I exhaust my fabric. But instead of doing that, I'll just fold this line. Okay, so I'm just giving you various options. I just fold this line like this, which is a 3 inches, and then fold it again using the same 3 inches. Fold it again like this. So this is actually quicker than marking out 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches. Hope you understand. Okay, and then I fold it again until I exhaust my fabric or my paper. I reach out to my iron and then iron it properly. Okay, so the same thing, whatever I'm doing to this paper is the same thing you can also replicate on your fabric. So I iron it properly so that what I'm looking for at this point is the mark. Okay, I want the mark to be very obvious. Okay, I iron it properly. Okay, after doing that, I'll reach out to my tape roll again. I'll come down here, okay, and measure my 3 inches. Okay, so this is if you are using a 3 by 3 inches. Like I said earlier, you can use whatsoever dimension you want. 4 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5. Okay, it depends on how full you want the smoked sleeve to be, and it depends on the distance you want between each smoked area. So after measuring this 3 inches, I will come again and start folding it this way. Okay, whatever I'm doing right now is what I'm still going to replicate on my fabric, but for illustrative purpose is the reason why I'm doing this on paper, so you understand very well. And fold it like this properly. I reach out to my iron again and iron it out properly. So we are looking for the points where each of this we connect. So after giving it a proper ironing, I will open. By the time I open, you see I have all my points right now. This is a point, the point where this line connects with this line. Hope you understand. This is another point, this is another point. These are the points. Okay, these are the points. These are the points. Hope you understand. So if you have watched this video to this point, I encourage you to please kindly subscribe, tap on the bell so you get notified if each time we drop new video. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you for always stopping by. We love and appreciate you. And if this is your first time on this channel, thank you for stopping by. You are not here by mistake. You are actually on the best channel. Okay, we encourage you to please kindly do well to subscribe, and do not forget to tap on the bell so you get notified each and every time we drop new video. You actually be the first to know. Okay, so these are the points we are working with. The point where each line meets with each line, where this horizontal line meets with the vertical line. Okay, this point, that is what we are working with. So if this is your fabric right now, we pick this point up like this, and then fold it just the same way we folded it earlier. We fold it. Okay, you can see the circle. Okay, so on this point right now, you will tack. You either take it to your sewing machine and tack, or use your hand needle to tack just here.
Is that this that first?
Okay, just here. When you are done tacking, you open it up, you come to the next one and you tack. I'm going to illustrate it to you using my fabric. One moment. So this is my fabric. You see that I folded it the same way I illustrated it to you on the paper. Okay, Can you see? So these are the points.
This is your maintenance.
You saw it. You are seeing it, right? So I'm using a doll face fabric satin. Okay. So I measured the width is 20 inches. 19 inches. That's what I have as the width. Okay. And then the length is the entire length of the fabric, the way it came, 60 inches. Hope you understand. Okay. So this is subject, the 60 inches length is subject to how full you want it to be. You can reduce it to 40, 30, 50, depending on how full you want it to be and depending on who you're actually making this for. So I also went ahead to, use my fusible interface, okay, to give it a form of firmness, all right? So I did all of that. As you can see the line, how I folded it, okay? I folded it this way and this way, just the same way I illustrated to you on the paper, okay? And then, like I also illustrated, these are the points we are going to be working with. This point where both line intersects. Hope you understand. Where both line intersects. These are the lines, okay? These are the lines. So this is it basically. So you pick one of the intersection points. I also illustrated that to you. You fold your fabric this way.
When it was performing.
Okay. Fold it this way.
When I was doing it.
And then fold it this way. Okay. And then you will have this angle. On that angle, you will tack. You either tack with your hand needle or you take it to your sewing machine and tack. Whichever one you find convenient is what you should do. Okay. You tack it firmly so it does not get loosed before time. So after tacking, you secure it. This is what you should have. This is the smoked area. This is what you should have, okay? All right. This is the inside and this is the outside. So you continue tacking it on each intersected point till you exhaust your fabric, okay? So I'm done tacking mine and this is what I have. You see how beautiful it looks? Okay, this is what I have. Very puffy and very fine, okay? So when I was done tacking, I went ahead to run a straight stitch on the edge of the fabric so I can pull a gathers. That is what I did on both ends. I ran a straight stitch and then I pulled a gathers. That is what I did, okay? To give us the puffiness. So we are going to go ahead right now to place it on our basic sleeve, okay? I'll cut my basic sleeve and then I'll get back to you. Alright guys, so I have my basic sleeve like I mentioned earlier. Okay, this is my basic sleeve. Okay, so what I did, because I'm going to have a little band around this area. Okay, around this area, just like a 2-inch band. Okay, what I did is, after cutting my sleeve, I extended my seam allowance. I extended this part of the sleeve, the down part of the sleeve, by 3 inches, 2.5 inches, okay, to enable me fold it in like this. So for instance, the length of the sleeve is 12 inches. You can see 12 inches is the length of the sleeve, okay. So I added a 2.5-inch seam allowance to it. So this seam allowance that I added to it, I folded it in like this, okay, to give me the band instead of cutting a band and attaching it to the sleeve. Hope you understand. And then I'm going to sew it down, okay. I'm going to sew it down. So it invariably means that this right now will serve as a band for me here, okay. So I get my smoked sleeve, okay. I get my smoked sleeve after pulling the gathers, okay. I measure what I have on this part of the band where I want to fix it. This part, that is 2 inches upward. Don't forget, I'm folding it by 2 inches. This part is going to serve like a band, or in other words, I do not want the smoked sleeve to start from the beginning of the sleeve. I moved it up by 2 inches, if you understand. I believe you understand. So I don't want this smoke sleeve to start at the beginning, so I will move it up, okay? And then I will place the sleeve on my 2 inches. That way, let me measure it so you understand properly what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I just make a line here where I want the smoked sleeve to start from. Okay, so I measure what I have here. What I have here is a total of 16.75 inches. So I will spread my gathers across that. I'll make sure my gathers give me, I draw my gathers to a 16.75 inches. Then I will place it this way. The front part of the sleeve, which is the smoked area, facing the front part of my sleeve. And then I will place it this way, okay? And then sew on that line, spread my smoked sleeve across that line, okay? And then I will sew it down on that line. All right, I will sew it down on that line. Let me pin it down for you to see. I'm just pinning it down before I will take it to my sewing machine to sew. For proper illustration. Okay, so I've pinned it down like as though I've sewn it. Okay, so after sewing this part down, I will now flip this part of the sleeve upward like this. So you can see what I'll be having left here is the band I told you about. And I also mentioned that I don't want the smoked puffy sleeve to start from the beginning of my sleeve, okay? My basic sleeve. So after sewing it down, I will now flip it up, and then I will also spread this part of the gathers across the upper parts of my sleeve. This way, I spread my gathers across the upper part of the sleeve, okay? And sew it down, okay? So I'm going to go sew mine now and then come back to you. So I've sewn, this is what I have, all right? This is the band part I was referring to, okay? So this serves as a band for me right now, all right? Hope you understand. And then I've also flipped it upward, and I've attached the smoke sleeve to my basic sleeve, okay? So after doing that, you should have something like this. This side of the sleeve, you should have some excess, you know, at the side of the sleeve. So what you will do at this point is to pleat this into the space you have here. Just pleat it there and sew it down. Okay, hope you understand. This way, okay? So I pleated it down. I pleated it and I sewed it down to the space we have available. And this is what you should have by the time you are done pleating the side. And then this is what the inner part of the sleeve look like. At this point, you will take it to your dress, you know, and attach it to your dress, just like the way you attach every kind of sleeve. Hope you understand. All right, so if this tutorial was helpful to you, kindly like, share, give a thumbs up, okay, and do not forget to subscribe if you have subscribed. If you have not, do not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed, and see you in our next video. Okay.